As a teacher at Scranton High School, I inherited a position of the photography teacher. And I didn't really have a huge photography background. I knew digital, didn't know anything about darkroom work or anything like that. And I started to self teach me. And then it was through the cooperation of the students learning and me learning that infused this really amazing little group that we have. And at West, I teach art too. And I teach photo 1, photo 2, and a new course that just started this year that's Introduction to Communications. And the goal of photography is not necessarily to just learn how to take a good picture. There's so many other avenues to photography, and to bring some students to actually see how a podcast is done, what's required for a podcast, is another opportunity that they may have never seen before, and they get to see in person. You learn so much better if you're seeing and experiencing things in person, as opposed to watching a YouTube video or anything like that to try and figure out how those things work. And the thing with photography, we actually do 35 millimeter film in our school still. And students get to see how that was being done all the way up until the early 90s, and now we're all digital. There's something really nice about showing that historical art plus what we're doing now, and then how all this relates to social media, communication, and outreach, such as what you guys do with this podcast.
Great. No, we're happy to have you and the students here. It's a great chance to do some learning. We've done various learning opportunities with different entities over the years. The University of Scranton runs a program called Community-Based Learning, where we've partnered up with them to do neighborhood walks, classroom sessions, speaking engagements, all kind of good stuff to show what we do and to help people in the community learn from us and hopefully do their own good work, either in conjunction with us or on their own or with another entity, just to make the world a better place. So we're happy to have the students here. We got a bunch of good questions before we started recording this, which was awesome. We love talking about what we do, not to boast or not to brag, but to be able to share that mission and our good work with others, and hopefully have them either partner with us in the future or again do their own work wherever they're at. So we love having the guest, and thank you to everyone for coming in.
One of the cool things about bringing students, not every student I have is going to ever become an art student, but it's giving them other opportunities in their toolbox. If somebody might go for an engineering, but then they want to make an engineering podcast to try and make some extra revenue on the side. It's all about talking about those opportunities and trying to give those. And it's one of the things I'm learning as a high school teacher that I need to get more of for the students, what the opportunities are. And then later, like we talked earlier about you two gentlemen, how you came into nonprofit work and you have completely different backgrounds than actually working in nonprofits. It's trying to get as many varied experiences together so it gives you the most opportunities to do the best after you're moving your life and your career and working and things like that.
Sure. I think some of the work that Parker and I have done and our agency has done in terms of training and continuing education through our partners at NeighborWorks America and some of our other partners locally, we've seen that art for students, young people, tends to have a positive character development effect. Again, not everybody's going to go on to be a professional artist or, do a great deal of artwork, but just having that experience when people are younger, learning still at an early age, from what we've seen, tends to result in just higher character development, more more intellectual capability sometimes. That's not my specialty area, but just being able to do more good things, learn more good things. I'm sure you've probably seen that as an art teacher now for a little while, hopefully some good real world examples of that type of thing.
Oh, tons of real world examples. We just had an amazing spring concert at our school, and the high and the adrenaline that the students that performed that night, and they were so good. I haven't seen our strings, our chorus, our band play so good. And then we did some of these other things where we did projection mapping, and then we had our art show, which is our first art show at the school this year. It was an incredible night, and it's getting our students to have confidence in themselves, to put themselves out there, that then gives them the ability to step into community roles and help benefit our community by giving them the voice that they may have never had before or thought they could use.